Hello and welcome to Symbols and Cynicism, a podcast where we talk about all of the things that I love, some of the things that I hate, and this wacky adventure that we call life. My name is Bob, I'm your host, and I'm glad you're here today for a deep dive into Clone Wars, Mortis Arc, and side what of the field? We've got a lot to do today, so let's get started. Welcome back to today's episode. Just a few things from fan reactions lately. Number one, I love the Sousa episodes. Very informative. I've been a fan of John Sousa's music for a very long time, but I learned a lot by listening to you and Rod. Yeah, Rod is a wealth of, we probably barely scratched the surface of Rod Miller's knowledge of John Philip Sousa. He'll be back on probably late winter. If you listen to those episodes, if you didn't listen to those episodes, go back. It's a two-parter. They're really informative. He is a fascinating person, Sousa enthusiast and impersonator. He's also starting his own Sousa band, the Stars, Stripes, and Sousa Band. They are performing this coming spring. Dates and so forth will be available online, and tickets and all of that. And before that happens, we'll have him on again to promo that. And we might even do some video pods and things like that when we get that far. So go back and listen to those. Number two, I could listen to you and Harrison talk all day about marching band and drum corps. Well, good news. The next week's episode is a 24-hour long... No, I'm just kidding. You know, part of the fun of podcasting is getting to delve deep into things like Star Wars. But mostly, it's fun to hang out and talk drum corps with my son and bourbon with Matt, Sousa with guys like Rod, etc. Just so I'm glad you enjoy it. We enjoy making it and just sitting here and talking. My things with Harrison are relatively unscripted. We bullet point. It's a lot like Matt. We bullet point it and go from there. If you are a fan of concert band music and chamber music, I do just want to take a moment to share with you that now, through September 5th, currently going on all the way for the next month to September 5th, we are offering 10% off on all orders at rhsmusic.online. That's 10% off digital and physical copies, both chamber music and concert band music, 20% off of orders of $250 or more. There is no discount code. The percent off will automatically be applied at checkout now through September 15th. You can order directly through the website, checkout and everything right online, or if you want to pay by check or PO, you can email me at roberthsloan@gmail.com. That's roberthsloan@gmail.com. Give me a list of what you want, what you'd like to purchase. We'll get right back to you with next steps as far as payment and shipping or email, digital delivery, etc., etc. rhsmusic.online, 10% off through September 15th. Samples of all music is available on the website. Video scores for the concert band stuff, audio and visual samples for the chamber music. End of ad. On today's show, we are deep diving into the Clone Wars Mortis Arc Season 3, Episodes 15, 16, and 17. Strap in, dude. This is one of my favorites, so let's get rolling. Believe it or not, it has been almost 2 months since a Clone Wars episode of our podcast. Lots of drum corps lately, and we did Star Wars 101 and DCI 101. It was June the last time we visited Clone Wars. That episode went up on June 22nd. Quick reminder, what we're doing on this podcast is working our way through all of the Star Wars visual media in release order. So we started with A New Hope and the rest of the original trilogy. We've done the prequels. We are currently working our way through all 7 seasons of the Clone Wars animated series. We're not doing every episode, but certainly the best or the most impactful or the ones that are at least best in my opinion, or that range further into the galaxy far, far away and the story therein. Our last discussion was season 3, episodes 12, 13, and 14. We met the Night Sisters, we adventured to Dathomir, and we met Savage Opress. Amazing, dark, weird, fantastic episodes. We had zombies and witches and magic and battles and imagine yourself in January 2011, having just spent 3 weeks with all of that, the new episodes of the Clone Wars, and there are witches and magic and murder and subservient male slaves, and the arc ends, and you think to yourself, this is a kid's show? And then you think, surely after those 3 heavy, dark episodes, there must be like comic relief coming, right? Like a cute, happy, fun, loving episode with a lot of giggles, only to realize that the next episode is called Overlords, followed by the Altar of Mortis, followed by the Ghosts of Mortis. From January 7th through February 11th of 2011 might be the best 6-week run in Star Wars history. If not, prove me wrong. Just wanted to put that in perspective for you. It blows my mind that Dathomir and Mortis were 6 back-to-back episodes of Star Wars. 2 arcs, some of the most fun, most dark, most interesting, most deep Star Wars lore happens in these 6 episodes, and it all happened in a 2-month span. And keep in mind that this 2011 was not the age of streaming. You had to wait a week for the next episode back in those old days. You sort of do now sometimes, right? They drop 3 episodes, make you wait a week, drop another 3. Well, this was 1 a week, and they aired every week. You had to go 6 weeks, and if you missed one, you couldn't go back. These were old days, my friends. Old days. Okay, so let's get started. Season 3, episode 15. It's called Overlords. We open up with a distress call from a mysterious source, and we're pretty much right into the action. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka are approaching in their ship as something weird begins to happen. The 2 ships are talking to each other. They're at the same exact coordinates. Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and Anakin on one, Rex in a Star Destroyer on the other. But for some reason, each ship is not on the other ship's scanners. We're right here. Where are you? We're right here. Where are you? They can't see each other. They can't find each other. Suddenly, the power on Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka's ship goes out. Then, boom, it flashes back on, flash of light, and suddenly a weird pyramidal thing / planet ? Appears and begins to pull them toward it. It's not a tractor beam. It's being drawn in. If you're a fan of Star Trek, like I am, you might feel like, hey, this feels a little bit more Star Trek-y, right? Like, well, something weird happens in space, and now there's this object, and we're being pulled in, and we're not sure why. That feels very Star Trek to me. Plus, this pyramid thing sort of looks rather Borg-like, except for, pyramid instead of cubic or rectangular prism. The music feels a little Star Trek to me here. Now, I'm not saying that this is a specific nod or reference to Star Trek, but it doesn't feel exactly like Star Wars. Couple these episodes, which are going to be about weirdness and magic and mysterious natures, with the previous Night Sisters magic and zombie arc, and we've had some weird Star Wars lately, which probably is why I love it. It's different, it's interesting, it's wild, it's drawing on other ideas. Is this a direct reference to Star Trek? I doubt it. Star Wars does channel a lot of other genres. We've been through it. Westerns, World War II, samurai movies, but this here is a little different. The similarities to Star Trek end sort of here, in my opinion. I'm not sure they continue. This is probably just a coincidence or a quick homage and a quick nod into what we're about to deal with. Okay, so the weird pyramid is pulling them in, bright white flash of light, loss of consciousness, and suddenly we're on this beautiful planet with beautiful mountains and foliage and greenery and these weird floating rock masses that are just like up there defying gravity. The ship's systems are fine, but also nothing is working. It's almost like someone wants them there and wants to keep them there for a nefarious purpose, perhaps. The air is breathable, so let's go check it out. The music here, again, mysterious. Anakin hears a voice. No one else hears the voice, just Anakin. Then a mysterious woman appears with weird questions and riddles. She refers to herself as daughter. If you missed our discussion on the Night Sisters episode about canon versus legend, I would encourage you to go back and check that out. I won't rehash it here, but much like the Night Sisters that started in legends and were included into canon by Clone Wars, so the Mortis Gods, are similar. Here we meet daughter. Now notice she does not say, I am the daughter. She says, I am daughter, as if that is her name. It's not a title. It's not referencing who she is in relationship to others. It is just, I am daughter. This daughter is a female force wielder native to this world called Mortis. She is the embodiment of the light side of the force. She embodies compassion, serenity, love, selfishness. She is a godlike being relating to the light side of the force. She invites them to come with her. They follow. They begin to ask questions. Where are you taking us? To the Father. Who are you? We are the ones, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Very strange but not helpful answers to very important questions, and Anakin even sarcastically says, well, I'm glad she cleared that up. Look, it's a sci-fi trope. The beings who are gods or godlike entities tend to be also mysterious. They answer in riddles or incomplete thoughts because their power and omniscient minds can comprehend on such a much higher level than even a powerful Jedi. It's a sci-fi thing. It's what happens, and it will continue to happen quite often throughout this arc. Anakin gets separated from Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. Anakin is with the daughter. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan and Ahsoka head back to the ship. It's dark suddenly, the plants begin to wither, and the ship is nowhere to be found. Suddenly, we meet the son, referred to as son, also known as brother. Son is a male force-wielding godlike character who is the embodiment of the dark side of the force. He is resentment, hate, anger. He seeks pure power. Daughter and son are the opposite living embodiments of the balance in the Force. One light, one dark. Notice they both have asked if Anakin is the chosen one. Daughter did it, now son does it. Obi-Wan and Ahsoka are in fear. They want to defend themselves. They draw their lightsabers. The son puts both lightsabers out with just a wave of his hand. He, like the daughter, speak in riddles. He flies away after turning into a huge winged bat, sort of like vampire-like, actually, and it begins raining. Acidic rain. Obi and Ahsoka retreat into a dark cave while Anakin seeks out a spooky monastery. Things are going very well for our heroes. Anakin climbs a tall mountain to get into this glowing green monastery to find an old man, of course, you might have guessed it, Father. The Father also speaks in riddles, of course, and tells Anakin that it is too late for now and he should go to bed, stay at the monastery. Like a little weird, but okay, I guess we're trying to truck through this story pretty quickly. Back in the cave, Obi-Wan sees a vision of Qui-Gon. Finally, some answers. Qui-Gon, thank you for showing up and bringing intelligence and knowledge into the conversation. Qui-Gon tells Obi-Wan this planet is a conduit in the Force through which the entire Force of the universe flows. Well, that seems important. The three who are here, referring to father, son, daughter, are after Skywalker because they believe he is the chosen one. At least that's a little bit of information. Exit Qui-Gon. Anakin, now asleep in the monastery, sees a vision of his mother. But wait, this can't be. She's also dead. Well, so is Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon appeared to Obi-Wan, so why can't we see Anakin's mother? Of course, she's not a Force wielder, so who knows what's going on? It's all very confusing. Turns out that it's not a vision. It's the son trying to get under Anakin's skin to tempt him into the power and joining the dark side. During this escapade, the son, cloaked as Anakin's mother, tempts him with truth and promises. Very seductive. And we talk often about the dark side seducing people into joining the dark side. Meanwhile, flashback to the cave, Ahsoka awakes to a vision of her future self. The future self tells her no longer to remain Anakin's student. Was this real? Was Qui-Gon real? Was he Qui-Gon? We know Anakin's mother was actually the son, so was that really the future Ahsoka warning her, or was it a trick? Flashback to Anakin. He wants answers from the father. He won't be having sleep right now. He goes to confront. The father speaks again in riddles. Anakin demands answers. The father grabs his lightsaber by the blade and is not harmed. Through this conversation, we finally get some answers, we think. According to the father, the three Force wielders who are here withdrew from the temporal world because they are so powerful that they knew their own danger, or at least the father knew their danger and wanted to contain both son and daughter. They live on Mortis as a sanctuary from the galaxy and as a prison. The father continues to explain the son is the dark, the daughter is the light. If unchecked, their conflict could destroy the universe. Meanwhile, the father is the balance of the light and dark. He holds them together, keeps the universe in balance by keeping son and daughter in balance. But so if everything is in balance, why Lord Anakin here? Why me? Great question. They had heard of the Chosen One, and they want to know if he truly is the Chosen One. A test is offered so that we all can know the truth. If Anakin passes the test, they can leave. Anakin has no choice but to accept. But what is the test? The test is Anakin must choose between his mentor, Obi-Wan, and his Padawan, Ahsoka. He can save only one. The son and daughter fly them into opposite sides of the yin and yang chessboard upon which Anakin stands in the center. One on one side, one on another, and the father has ordered his children to kill Anakin's friends. He can only save one. Obi-Wan says, the children's powers are too strong for us. You must save Ahsoka. He tries to sacrifice himself. Anakin decides that he can indeed save them both, and in fact does so by summoning massive amounts of Force energy from the planet itself, thus proving that he can control both the son and daughter, making them both bow to his power. Anakin is, in the estimation of the father, the Chosen One. The father is pleased. Only the Chosen One can tame both children. So I passed the test, now I get to leave, right? But first, the father offers what he calls truth. The father is dying. The balance between the children is also dying, and a new balance must replace him. If left unchecked, the son and daughter could destroy the universe. Anakin has proven that he is that balance, able to fulfill the prophecy of restoring balance to the Force. Anakin must stay and control both daughter and son in the father's absence. Wow, wait, okay, so what you're telling me is that this prophecy refers to not destroying the Sith as the Jedi think, or destroying the Jedi as the Sith think. The father thinks it's to replace himself and keep both sides in balance. Now keep in mind, Obi-Wan knows the prophecy, and he will continue to know that prophecy, and he's here for this conversation. He's hearing this all-powerful, balanced Force being father say, your destiny is to stay here and be the balance controlling both son and daughter. I'm going to pause now to let you think about that for a few seconds. Okay, back to the story, and yes, the prophecy misread may have been. Anakin's answer to this is simple: no. The father says, but if you leave, your selfishness will haunt you and the galaxy forever. No pressure. They, of course, choose to leave, to a bit of Vader's music theme playing underneath as the ship flies off. Did you notice that? End of episode. Now imagine waiting a week for the next episode. Luckily, we don't have to. Okay, episode 16 called Gods of Mortis. And we pick up right there where we left off. They're leaving the planet, or so they think. Anakin is taking a nap in the back of the ship and wakes to a vision of himself. His vision, his own vision, tells him he is The chosen one, and Anakin smiles with a bit of, yeah, you know I am, look in his eye. Oh, the arrogance of Anakin Skywalker. Quickly, the vision shifts to the son, who calls Anakin friend. Anakin denies wanting to join the dark side, but the son promises peace if they align. Together, they will destroy the Sith and the Jedi, with a hint of Palpatine's voice echoing in the back of his throat. Interesting. Anakin awakes from his slumber. The son now has Ahsoka and takes her with him. Well, we certainly aren't leaving this planet anytime soon. Now we have to go save Ahsoka. Shipwrecked, Ahsoka's a prisoner. Anakin is bent on saving her. He will have nothing else. He is going to save his Padawan. Family meeting. The father tells the son he is evil. The son attacks the father. The daughter comes to the aid of the father while the son flees. Meanwhile, the father rests. The daughter tells Obi-Wan she can show him how to kill the son, so the son cannot leave and wreak havoc on the universe after the father passes. A magic dagger. Sure, why not? Yeah, this seems like a great idea. A magic dagger protected by mysterious green flames found on an island in a lake in a cave made of green lava. Sure, Obi-Wan, good job. But the blade can control the sun, so off we go with a dagger in hand. Meanwhile, Anakin back on the mountain climbing escapades to rescue Ahsoka, who has been possessed by evil. Anakin and Ahsoka have a lightsaber battle where Anakin can only be defensive because, of course, he doesn't want to kill or even hurt Ahsoka. He's just protecting himself. Flashback to Obi-Wan and the daughter visiting the son, who talks about right and wrong from, quote, a certain point of view. Maybe that's where Obi-Wan got it, huh? I was telling the truth from a certain point of view. These episodes are full of cross storylines, callbacks, call aheads. I love the interweaving of these 3 episodes into so many other things. The prophecy and quotes and just all of the stuff, all of the lore in these episodes. We now get Ahsoka versus Obi-Wan and Anakin together, while also the son and the daughter are fighting in the next room back and forth. But meanwhile, the father awakes and flies in to scold them all with a "don't make me pull this planet over to the side of the road" moment. As the son attacks the father, evil Ahsoka grabs the dagger. Whoops. Ahsoka gives the dagger to the son, who promptly releases Ahsoka from his control, and while attempting to stab the father, accidentally stabs his sister, the daughter, instead. She jumps in the way as a sacrifice to save her father. The daughter's final words: don't blame him. This is in his nature. She is so pure in the light that she cannot hold a grudge even for the one that killed her. Anakin says, there is always hope. The daughter points to Ahsoka. Ahsoka is the hope. Ahsoka is revived by the final power from the daughter, leaving the daughter and entering Ahsoka, thus connecting them forever. But with the daughter gone, balance has clearly shifted to the son. They must take their ship and leave, so the son has to stay. Even trapped on Mortis, the balance of power on Mortis has allowed for the rise of Sith power even further throughout the universe. End of episode. Yo, the Sith will rise. The dark is winning. End of episode. Now wait another week for part 3. If I had been watching this in 2011, it would be killing me. Luckily, again, we don't have to wait. Episode 17, The Ghosts of Mortis. Back at the ship, Ahsoka, released from her evil spell, can fix the ship, but it will take some time. Meanwhile, Anakin is going to see the father to ensure that the son is contained. Flash to the father burying his daughter with the magic dagger that killed her. Wow, man, kids show. Like, am I right? Wait, you're burying your daughter with the dagger that killed her? Man, that's weird. I get so tired of, like, it's only a cartoon. Are you kidding me? Only a cartoon? Man, get out of here with that stuff. Anakin and the father converse. The father intends to kill his son. The Force will decide all of their fates. Anakin leaves to seek answers. What he finds is a vision of Qui-Gon, who tells him that he will bring balance to the Force. Anakin must go to a place nearby that is strong in the dark side to find his answers. Oh yeah, great idea, Qui-Gon. That doesn't sound like a very Qui-Gon-y thing, does it? Where is Anakin going? Well, a place called the Well of the Dark Side. What's that, you ask? Oh, just a volcano lava pit filled with evil dark side energy and some really cool music. It's just nothing. It's just the place where all dark side energy is channeled through for the entire galaxy. Oops. Side note, props to the music in all three of these episodes. Epic tracks, new stuff, a little bit of Vader's theme, a little bit of the Force theme, a little bit of a hints to some other old themes. Really, really great stuff. So Anakin finds the well, the son finds Anakin, and the boss battle is loading. Ahsoka's job now is to break the ship that she just repaired so that the son can't leave. And she's kind of like, wait, I just fixed this. Now you want me to break it? Yes, we want you to break it. The son gives Anakin one last vision of the future. What's the vision? Vader. Vader is the vision. The son shows Anakin that he falls to the dark side, joins the Sith, becomes Darth Vader, kills Padme, Palpatine, Vader. He shows him all of it, including Vader's mask. But don't worry, he tells Anakin, join me, and we will destroy the Emperor and rule the galaxy. Anakin asks if they will bring peace, and the son says, of course. Anakin agrees to join him. Okay, let's pause again. Everything we have seen in these 3 episodes so far has been mysterious, and we aren't sure what is true, what is lies, what is fake, what is visions, what is subterfuge. But this vision we know comes true. We are 100% sure Anakin kills Padme. He falls to the dark side. He joins Palpatine. He puts on the mask. He becomes Vader. He inflicts pain and suffering. The vision that the son shows him is a true vision. This sort of lends credence now to this entire story actually taking place. The son, while evil and manipulative and seductive, is not lying, at least not in this case. This vision is true. We have seen it already. Okay, back to the action. Obi-Wan finds Anakin in the well. It's evil Anakin. It's dark side Anakin. Obi-Wan finds dark side Anakin. I'm going to say that again. Obi-Wan finds dark side Anakin. Obi-Wan knows that Anakin now has it within him to join the dark side. I'm going to say it again. Obi-Wan knows right here and right now that Anakin has it within him to join the dark side. We even get Vader's theme with Anakin here as he tries to leave the planet, but luckily Ahsoka has broken the ship and leaves to rescue Obi-Wan instead. Obi-Wan wants to rescue Anakin at this point. Rescue? Why are we rescuing the man that just fell to the dark side? He's one of the most powerful Force beings in the galaxy who has demonstrated to us that he has the ability to cave and fall to the dark side, and we're not going to kill him? Meanwhile, the father tells Anakin that Anakin can change his future. The future is not written. Well, how very Doc Brown of you. Anakin has told him, I do terrible things. I fall to the dark side. He has seen the future, but it's a future that's not been written yet. In order to ease his pain, the father erases Anakin's memory. Meanwhile, the son breaks into the grave of the daughter and steals the dagger that he already used to kill her. How very Voldemort of you, sir. As he steals the dagger, he then tells her that he loves her. Oh, so many conflicting lines of story here. Okay, final battle. Son versus father, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Anakin. It's 4-on-1. The son disposes of all 3 Jedi with no problem. But then the father grabs the dagger and kills himself. Why? Why would he kill himself? He's the one bringing balance. He says, Because the Son's strength flows through the Father. With the Father dead, the Son's power is diminished, and also it distracted the Son and allows Anakin to kill the Son from behind. Father, Son, and daughter are all now gone. The Father's last words, Anakin is the chosen one and has now brought balance to Mortis and will do it again for the galaxy. Side note, all of that balance stuff continues to be open to interpretation. He also says, but beware your heart. The Father knows the future, but does not fully reveal it before dying. With the death of the Father, the planet begins to crumble, and the three Jedi awake on their ship, being hailed by Rex. They were off the scopes for a moment, Rex says, but it seemed like days to us. So was it all a dream, a vision, a hallucination, or was it magic that days only took moments? No explanation is given, but here is what we know. Anakin is the chosen one. The prophecy has been read wrong. He will fall to the dark side. He will become Vader. And by the way, let's not forget, while Anakin's memory has been erased and he forgets all of that, Obi-Wan's memory fully intact. And he knows. Maybe not the specifics, maybe not Vader, maybe not Palpatine, but he knows that Anakin has it within him to join the dark side. It happened. He saw it. The Father might have erased Anakin's memory, but not Obi-Wan's, and yet the Jedi do nothing. Obi-Wan doesn't report it. Obi-Wan doesn't kill Anakin. They do nothing. Just trust the Force, I guess. Hope it turns out different. People wonder why I don't hold Obi-Wan in the highest regard in general. This right here. Dude has all the knowledge and does absolutely nothing. He knows Anakin can fall. He knows about Padme and Anakin's attachment, and he does nothing. And you can wave that away by saying, well, he understands love because of Satine. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Okay. Was this arc even real? Did this actually take place? Well, of course not in real life. That's not what I mean. Did it take place in the Star Wars universe, or was it a dream? To Rex and the rest of the galaxy, it was just a blip on the radar. To these three, it took days. So was it real? Well, in Rebels Season 4, the last season of Rebels, we see a large depiction of the Mortis gods on Lothal at the Jedi Temple. The art is mystical. It can be moved with the use of the Force, and Ezra uses it to find the portal to the world between worlds. So the Mortis God art is available and viewable on Lothal. Morai, the Convor, shows up at many key points in Ahsoka's journey to remind us that Ahsoka gained the life force from the daughter. Morai shows up to continue to watch over the daughter's life force at key moments in Ahsoka's life, including the World Between Worlds episode of Rebels, when Morai helps save her life. And finally, in the live-action Ahsoka series, Balin's skull stands on the Mount Rushmore-like statues of the Mortis gods on the distant planet of Peridia. We can guarantee the Mortis gods are a real entity in the galaxy far, far away. I don't know how you can watch these episodes and sense all the drama, hear the music, feel the themes, experience the interconnection, and not fall in love with animated Star Wars. I just don't get it. I guess maybe it's not for everyone, but I'm glad it's for me because this is peak, epic, top tier Star Wars. I love this arc. I can't get enough of it. I wish Disney Plus would tell me how many times I've watched it. Probably dozens at least. I love Clone Wars. I love Star Wars. Go watch Mortis.
That's it. No. Breathe. Find your happy place.
Side what of the field? I am not a flat earther. The earth is not flat. Sorry, not sorry. But I am a flat fielder. A marching band field is flat, roughly speaking, and it is divided into two halves by the 50-yard line. Since, therefore, the yard lines count down, going away from the 50, there are two 40s, two 30s, and so on. The marching arts decided long ago that therefore we need to be able to reference which 40 we are referring to, and therefore labels the two sides of the field to keep track. Most bands, I think most, use side 1 and side 2 to reference which side of the 50 you should be on, with side 1 being the one that is to your left as you sit in the bleachers looking at the field, and side 2 being to your right. When I was teaching, I preferred left side, right side to side 1, side 2, and we used it in stage directions, so side left was the performer's left, audience right. I thought this made coordinate sheets easier to read because the students were on the field thinking about their left being to the left or their right being to the right. Just like on stage in the theater, stage left is the performer's left as they look towards the audience. Does it really matter what we call these sides? No. Unless you're me or the hundreds of other designers out there who work with multiple bands over the course of a season, and you go into one and they use side 1 and side 2, but then you're at the next school and you're saying side 1, side 2, and the performers don't know what the heck you're talking about because they say side A and side B. Okay, so you change, it's fine, it's side A, it's side B, except you go to the third school and they use left and right, but audience left, right, not performer left, right. So now all in 1 week, or sometimes one day, you have switched gears from 1 and 2 to A and B and left and right until the fourth school uses side Nancy and side Carl, and now things are really effed up because you suck at remembering names, and it's not the fault of the school that they reference names like Nancy and Carl. It's the fault of the marching arts for not completely standardizing this long ago, so everyone was using the same thing. 1, 2, A, B, left, right, I don't care. Pick one so my brain can handle it. Left, right, A, B, Nancy, Carl. Did I get my 99 free lives on Contra yet? No, I did not visit a band that references sides Nancy and Carl, but there probably is one out there. What do you call your sides of the field? I feel better. You feel better? Thought for the week. School is starting. Maybe it already has. Maybe it won't for another couple of weeks. Regardless, my hope for you is you have a clear mind, a healthy body, and a rested spirit as you begin your school year. I hope your AC is working. I hope your supplies arrived. I hope your administration understands your stress and does what they can to be helpful. I hope the meeting that could have been an email is an email, and that you get a little extra time in your room for prep the way you need it to be prepped. I wish for you not awards and trophies and victories. Instead, I wish for you a peaceful and stress-free experience in the classroom and in the hallway. Teaching is stressful. No doubt, it can't be stress-free, but colleagues, friends, students, and bosses can go a long way to help control and reduce that stress, or make it worse. People can reduce or increase the stress of our jobs no matter what, education fully included. People make the difference. For you, I hope the former, I hope they help, I hope they reduce. Whether it's year 1 or year 40, best wishes on the start of your school year. Okay, that's the show. Make sure you leave a rating, drop a comment, or send a message on the app of your choice. You can text the show with a link at the bottom of the description. Check out the merch store at themarchingarts.com/RHS, our YouTube channel at Robert H. Sloan RHS Music, and don't forget up to September 15th, 10% off at rhsmusic.online, all chamber and contraband music. I hope you join us next week for Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 3, Episodes 18, 19, and 20. We keep rolling with the very next 3 episodes with a heist mission at the Citadel and Captain Tarkin. That's right, I said Captain Tarkin. Thanks for joining me today. The theme music is Superfly, written by me, copyright RHS Music. The show logo is designed by John Suh. Our producer is my sister, Kathy. I hope you'll join us next time for more reflections and rantings on symbols and cynicism.